Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
We are following two breaking stories this noon. Detroit police shoot a man inside of a gas station. A live report in just a moment for you. But we begin with a tragic situation unfolding in Oakland County, where a mother and her two children have been found dead. Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm Christy McDonald. More breaking news, this time from Detroit's west side as well, where Detroit police have shot a man inside of a gas station on 8 Mile near Berg. Sean Lay is there gathering information. He joins us live right now. Sean?
Man with a handgun here, Christy, right inside the store. The door was closed. It locked behind him, the clerk behind glass here. But you can see when police arrived, shots were fired by police through the door when the chief says, pointed a gun at those officers. Some of those shots hitting some of the refrigerated cases back here as well. The clerk behind the glass gives me the thumbs up. He says he was not injured. Let me show you some video here, and I'll break it all down for you. Very early this morning, man walks into the empty gas station here. He was armed. The clerk immediately gets on with 911, giving them a play-by-play about what this guy was doing. Had some sort of extended clip handgun on him. Some customers showed up. He allegedly pointed the gun at them, told them to please do not enter the store. Police got here, tried to get the man to surrender and come out. Apparently, the man pointed a gun at those officers protecting themselves, the chief says, fired back. The man was hit, but he will survive, according to the chief. Here's Chief White.
No injuries to the officers, no injuries to the clerk, no injuries to any other citizens. Unfortunately, we had to use force, and that's never something that we desire to do, but it's part of the job. And when we have to do it, the best outcome is when there's not a fatality. And in this incident, it was not a fatality. So, all in all, we've got someone who had something violent planned off the street, and he's still alive, and that's good for him and his family. And we'll be looking at exactly what his plans were beyond that.
EMS got here, transported that man after he was shot by those officers to the hospital. Going into surgery right now. Christy, he is in critical condition. The chief believes he will survive. Also, watching the entire time, Greenlight gas station here. So down at headquarters, they can see this in HD. That's what the video is right now. Much more coming up live at 5 o'clock. Back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Sean. We know we'll have updates in our later newscast, starting with Local 4 first at 4. Let's get back to the other news right now. Investigators say the victims in the Oakland County case of the mother and two children are two young boys. They were found in Pontiac. The investigation is centered around a wooded area off of Gillespie Avenue and Branch Street near Bagley. Rod Maloney is there live with the latest at this hour. Rod?
It's an exceptionally sad story out here in Pontiac. Now, we're near Crystal Lake, near the Pontiac Country Club. And this is the wooded area that we believe the sheriff's department was. We had an eyewitness say that they were out here yesterday, and they recovered a very sad, again, situation. A mother, a son, perhaps 3 years old, another son, 9 years old, apparently dead out here in these woods near the lake. They apparently froze to death. The sheriff's department also apparently recovered a 12-year-old girl who remains in the hospital. Now, we have very sparse detail about what it is that we have here. But one of the things that we do know is that there was a woman with her children walking around this area near Gillespie and Branch in the city of Detroit. Make that the city of Pontiac. And they were door knocking. And this we know because we spoke to a Charles Witherspoon. Charles lives in the house that is just before the cutoff of what used to be the old Lakeside housing project here in the city of Pontiac, which has long since been torn down, and now the nature has taken over and everything is overgrown. We had Sky 4 up earlier today to take a look at things and get a feel for where things are. But let's hear from Charles Witherspoon to see what he had to say about what happened. He believes it was either yesterday or Saturday, late Saturday, where this woman and her children came and spoke to his neighbor.
They was hungry. I said, well, Della, what you do? Well, she said, I didn't let them in, but her brother, Arthur, she said he tried to give the young lady some money. and she wouldn't accept it. So they left there and they come down the walk and walked over. Like I say, she thought they come over here, but they walked straight on up through the park.
Now, Charles told us that the sheriff's department was out here, and we have the evidence of that here with a medical blanket next to this abandoned vehicle which has been cut up. Whether that mother was looking to perhaps seek shelter with her children in this vehicle, we're still waiting to find out. Many questions to be asked, many questions to be answered. Sheriff Mike Bouchard is going to be holding a press conference at 2:30. We will be there and talking to him about this, and so we'll have full coverage to give you the full lowdown of what happened and what perhaps mental health resources might be available for people in a similar situation. We'll have that coming up on Local 4 News at 4, 5, and 6. Reporting live in Pontiac, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
All right, thanks so much, Rod. It really just takes your breath away. More details to come for sure. President Biden is returning to Washington as criticism grows over the discovery of more classified documents. Over the weekend, Biden's lawyer revealed 5 additional pages were found at the president's Delaware home. Sources tell NBC News the president is frustrated, saying the discovery of the result of, quote, probable sloppiness by aides as they packed his items at the end of his vice presidential term. Special counsels are now investigating classified documents found at Biden's home and former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate.
The president's lawyers, the moment they found out about the documents that day, turned them over to the National Archives and ultimately to the Department of Justice.
The hypocrisy here is great. We're very concerned about a lack of transparency. We're very concerned, as I've said many times, about a 2-tier system of justice in America. And we just want equal treatment, and hopefully we'll get some answers very soon.
And the White House is promising to cooperate with this latest investigation. It is a day of service across the country in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. In Washington, people are visiting the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial on a day commemorating his life and legacy. And you are looking live at the memorial next to the National Mall in Washington, D.C. And here at home, Southfield held its annual MLK Peace Walk this morning. Community members and community service organizations all came together to walk 1 mile from Hope United Methodist Church to the Southfield Pavilion. It is all to remember the lasting impact Martin Luther King Jr. had on our country.
Southfield does it right when it comes to Martin Luther King Day, and I think they do it the way that Dr. King would want them to do, which is don't just sit around and make a holiday out of it. Get up, march, work, volunteer, and make your voices heard.
This is the 38th year for this event in Southfield. And in Berkeley, students are getting a lesson on MLK spirit. Schools in Berkeley and Royal Oak partnered up for a donation drive this morning at Berkeley High School. After the drive, a freedom walk was held through the neighborhoods. Now students and members of the community are taking part in service projects to round out the day. Well, the sun is out for anyone getting out and about to do community service this MLK Day. And as we take a live look out at Mount Clemens, all right, enjoy it while you can. The rain is about to make a return. But we want to welcome meteorologist Ashley Barresi back to the Channel 4 team, and she's here to track the changes ahead. Hi, Ashley, and welcome back.
Oh, thank you, Christy. And yeah, we certainly have had much colder MLK days here in Detroit. So if you are going to be out this afternoon doing some community service, have the umbrella for the later part of the afternoon. Heading into the evening hours. That's when we're tracking some inclement weather. And then we're going to have a better chance of more widespread rain going into your Thursday. But right now, a beautiful look outside downtown Detroit. This time of year, you usually see some ice chunks in the river. Not the case today. With those temperatures well above the freezing mark. 36 in the city, same in Ann Arbor, 37 in Howell, 34 in Adrian. And those winds are at about 9 miles per hour coming out of the southeast, but they're gusting up to 20 miles per hour, and that has been factoring into a little bit of a wind chill for today. Throughout your afternoon, though, we will top out in the upper 30s. Average this time of year would be right around freezing, so we are looking at milder conditions for this Monday. But 4 o'clock onward is when we have the chance for some rain showers to roll through the area. Let's jump ahead to your forecast for tonight. 35 degrees the overnight low. We will have some warming temperatures throughout the overnight hours, and that's going to tee us up for an even warmer Tuesday with 47 the afternoon high. We'll be in and out of some showers that will time out for you coming up in your full forecast, Christy.
Sounds good. We'll see you in a bit. Well, we may be in for some rain, but it's nothing like they are seeing in California. Millions are bracing for more severe storms after weeks of them. We'll take you there for a look at the conditions right now. But first, one of the world's biggest mafia bosses and Italy's most wanted man is arrested after 3 decades on the run. Where he was finally caught is coming up next.